You need to be counted. Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. The U.S. Census is 2020, and joining us in the studio is the chairwoman, I guess, for Dubois County, Becky Beckman, who is going to explain to us why the census is important and how you need to be counted April 1st. Becky, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay, this is something that is set by the government, that every 10 years we have to do a census.
Yes.
What is the census?
Census is a count of our population, of who is in our area at this particular time. It's in the Constitution. Somebody always asks, why April 1st? It's kind of scary because people think it's April Fool's Day. It goes back to the 1930s that they picked April 1st.
Okay, maybe it wasn't April Fool's Day back then. I don't. So this is the census. This is the year you have to do it. Why is it important that people get counted wherever they happen to be?
Because the population numbers drive so many decisions. So if we're looking at the area we vote in, that population changes. People move in and out, and we, by population then, may have new voting districts. Or, so that's going to affect us locally in the state and federally. It also drives business decisions. It drives the money that's allocated. $675 billion is out there. So we in Dubois County want to get every dollar we can get. So that means we have to have everyone counted.
And in every county in Indiana, and in every county in every state in America, this is going to happen.
Yes.
Okay. And the date that this will happen is April 1st.
April 1st is Census Day.
Okay.
We will start receiving information from about March 12th through the 20th, and there we will be getting either a letter or a postcard, the first of 5 reminders.
Okay. And you're talking about me at home in
Yes,
my mail? Okay.
It is according to your address. So people that have post office boxes, people come and go, post office boxes, this will go to your house address.
Okay, so we're going to get a reminder for a while, and
Yes.
then we're actually going to get a packet in the mail. Now, I remember 10 years ago, in the 2010, there was a long form and a short form.
Yes.
I think I was lucky in that I got the long form. What's this year?
This is 10 questions.
So one form. There's not
One
like,
form,
Okay.
10 questions. Me being a single household, I figure 10 minutes. If you have more people in your household, you got mom and dad living with you now and a couple of kids, just for the fact that you have more people in your household, it's going to take a little bit longer to fill out names and birth dates.
Are people concerned about privacy?
They are, and this is by Constitution confidential. Census Bureau does not give their information to anybody. It will not be shared with government departments. There's no citizenship question. There's no income question. This is a count of the people who are here in our area.
Do you know the 10 questions?
Can
you brief us on the test?
I can tell you, you can go to 2020census.gov.
Okay.
And I put in walkthrough, and immediately took me, and I scrolled down to a video guide of the questionnaire. Tells you exactly what's going to be on there.
And really, they're not hard questions.
No.
They're really
I
easy
can do it.
questions. Okay, yeah. I remember doing it before. I thought, well, people were complaining about having to do this. I thought, well, this is really easy. It's just kind of mark, and you're done.
They could not have made it more easy of being able this year to go online. If you're used to your Kindle or tablet, your laptop, on your smartphone, or the old-fashioned way of just filling it out on paper.
Okay. One person in the household fills out the form for everybody, right? I don't fill out a form, and my wife doesn't fill out a form. I fill it out. Or she fills it out.
Yes.
Us together.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of like doing your taxes in a way,
Absolutely.
but not to that degree.
Yeah.
So April 1st is the day.
Mm-hmm.
What if I'm not in Dubois County on April 1st? What if I am in another state on April 1st or out of the country?
As soon as you get your information in the mail, you can fill it out. It's just that the anniversary, the big kickoff is April 1st.
Okay, so even if you miss April 1st, you could kind of fill it out later. But we'll talk about that in another show.
Yes.
Okay, so I can do this at home on my computer. I can do it on a tablet. I can do it on my smartphone. Can I do it by mail if I'd like to? If I like the old paper way of just filling in the little blanks, can I do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
just mail it.
Yes.
And is there like a time like April 1st at 3 p.m. who's in your household? Or is it more like on April 1st who happens to live in your household?
You know, we run into this because I've talked to different groups, say foster parents, have foster children. It's who is in your home on April 1st.
Okay.
But say you share custody, equal custody with a child. And, you know, that'd be between you and your wife to figure out who's going to count. But maybe you're not on talking terms. It's who on April 1st where that child is.
Okay.
With dad counts.
Okay.
Same way with snowbirds. Maybe they're 6 months in Florida or Arizona and 6 months here. Now, we'd rather have them here in Dubois County.
Yes.
But I want to be fair. If it's truly equal time that you spend somewhere, then it's where you are on April 1st.
But you don't fill out 2 forms, you only fill out 1.
Yes. Only going to be counted. We're going to count everyone once, only once, and in the right place. So if Jasper, Huntingburg, Dubois County is your right place on April 1st, that's who counts you.
Okay. And you're going to have places set up throughout the county, as will all the counties. What we're talking about is Dubois County because you're in charge of Dubois
Right.
County. But understand that this happens no matter what county you are in at the time.
Yes.
Okay, or
Yes.
wherever you have
And
to
there are
live.
some counties doing challenges and all this. Now, Lisa Bauer is the head for the Jasper Committee. Gina Flick with the city of Huntingburg heading up Huntingburg. And I have the surrounding area then. I have the county. So we are hearing we have a great committee of people, and I'll share that later. So it may work out, say, Celestine going to be at the fire station, but Dubois, the library, Birdseye, the library. It's going to be where the person on the committee is most comfortable. Not every place has good reception, so we have to make sure we have a place where we can do this. What I'm looking at is seniors, and I count me. Mm-hmm. We're used to doing this. We've been doing this for decades now. Should be, anyway. Right. But maybe I'm not so hot about telling somebody on my smartphone my information. Just need a little bit of encouragement. We're younger people, technology's nothing, but they don't quite know about what's the big deal with this. So we're going to have all kinds, and we can be open, a welcome center open to encourage people. It's the ones that from the very start say, it's none of your business. And we're going to have that. Mm-hmm. And that, we find out, yeah, it is. We need for you to be counted. If you rely on fire protection, you rely on county roads to get you to work, yes, you need to be counted. And, you know, I can't do anything about that, but I can strongly urge you to do your civic duty, 10 minutes out of your life to be counted.
Do you have to answer all 10 questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Has to be filled out completely.
But this is not like information, as you mentioned, that's being shared. We want to point that out. It's not income. Is it like an income range question?
I don't think so. I'll have to look at that again. Like I said, there's a video guide to it, which in a lot of areas that lots of times you need that income information. You know, through 10 years, a lot of businesses rely on that.
Yes.
But
and grants and money that your county gets for
absolutely,
whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. I keep looking at too. One of these years, we're going to have a big road come through here, no matter what route. Mm-hmm. Businesses, hospitals are going to be looking at population counts. What can be supported here? And you know, in our area, if a business closes up, you're going, gosh, if we get something, let's hope it's this. Yeah. Well, when a business does their due diligence and looks at population counts, we need every person counted.
Right. Because you hear people say, well, why don't we have such and such restaurant? Well, it's probably because they looked at the census and the numbers maybe weren't there.
Right.
This is why the census is important.
Right.
These welcome centers you're going to have set up, they're really not for, I feel comfortable doing the census.
Sure.
I'm not going to have a problem doing that at home. So I don't need to go to the welcome center, right?
Right.
Okay, it's mostly for people who maybe are going to have difficulty having access to a computer.
Right.
Or have questions about how to fill it out, or just want somebody to help them fill it out to make sure it's filled out right. Or maybe somebody who is against it, but wants to kind of find out why they should do it.
Sure.
You'll be able to help them
Absolutely.
out. But if you feel comfortable with doing this at home, do it at home.
Yes.
Which is probably
In fact,
the majority.
by the time you get your 5th reminder, you're going, man, this is old news, you know.
Yes, don't overlook it.
And after the 5th reminder, we then as taxpayers will be paying somebody to come to your door to get your information. It's that important. Kind of tight. And taxpayer money, I don't want to see when we have, you know, it's just as easy for us to do it versus hiring somebody to come to your door to get it. Dubois County 10 years ago had an 86% first responder rate. That's excellent.
Wow.
But that's 14% of the people that didn't, that we had to pay somebody to come to your door to get the info.
Okay, so that's one reason to fill it out
Yeah.
and get it in so you don't have to have some, and you don't have anybody knock at your door asking questions. So if I get the form on, say, March 20th and I feel comfortable with filling it out, can I do that? Okay,
Absolutely.
and then mail it in,
Yeah.
and I'm done.
Yeah.
I spend 10 minutes of my time filling that
Yeah.
out and sending it in.
It's really cool to go online and see because they'll be showing these. It's almost like an election night when, you know, all these numbers are coming in. We start seeing them called spotters or whatever, and we can see how we're doing. So my kudos to Jasper and Huntingburg. You know, because we have to work with schools and, say, the Chamber of Commerce, all this to get the word out. So people, but we're starting to see it on TV now. And
If someone has a question, where can they go? What's the best place to go?
2020 census.gov.
2020census.gov.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll have all that information then too. If we're going to be at the Home Expo, we'll have a booth there. So hopefully, you know, 2,000 people come by and we can answer questions.
Is there, if you're not counted by a certain time, is that when you're going to start sending people out? When do you have to be done? When does the 2020
I'm thinking
census
it's
happen?
May. Now, I may be wrong there.
Okay.
Maybe it's later, June, July.
Okay, so
And that's another thing. We still need census workers.
okay.
Starting wage is $18.50 an hour. I'm like, not
Wow.
too shabby.
No.
They wouldn't take me though, Bill. They kicked me out right away.
Now you have a logo that you
I
are
do.
pretty proud of.
Yeah.
Yes. Does every county have a logo?
No.
Just Dubois County?
Well, you know.
Okay. So you'll see on the screen we have the logo for Dubois County.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. I have it on the back of my shirt.
So we just got to make sure that people go out and get counted.
Yeah.
And no matter what county you're in, because you know Becky is talking about Dubois County, and you have some people that do Jasper and,
Yes.
and Huntingburg, but it's the same in Spencer County. It's the same in Warwick
Yes.
County, Martin County, whatever county you're in. There is it's the census across America.
Yes. The remote areas of Alaska, those people set out on snowmobiles in January to get out to Native Americans there and get them counted.
Make sure everybody's counted.
Yes,
Would you say it's my duty or my responsibility to be counted?
it is.
Okay.
It
So
is.
as a citizen of the United States, and I want to get benefits for my county to get things because they count me. You know, even at my age, that makes a difference because we may
Absolutely.
get certain kind of money because of age.
Yes.
So it's important that you go and fill out the
Right.
census. And it's easy. I remember in 2010, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Well, see, that's why I get excited about the whole thing. 30 years ago, I worked during a summer. This was before we had 911 addresses. So I was up in the Celestine area drawing streets with houses and landmarks and turning my work
Right.
in. So they could put numbers to it so that people had addresses versus rural route 4 or whatever.
So fill it
It
out
was
because
cool.
otherwise you're going to get a visit because now they can find you.
Yes.
Right? Okay, because of the maps and all of that.
Yeah.
Becky, thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with the census. We're going to
Thank
have
you.
you come back again because
Okay.
we want to keep people updated. This is the census, 2020 census. April 1st is the day. You're going to start seeing reminders in your mail. Fill it out early. You're done.
Absolutely.
Becky, thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.